Over the last couple of days, we have had some supposed leaks coming out suggesting that the dev kit for Nintendo Switch 2 has received some upgrades and that there are developers out there that are now working with a vamped up version of the dev kit for Nintendo's next hardware. But the question that I kind of really want to talk about today is more about what about the validity of this? Now, I've seen a lot of people talking about, that what's going on with this and the excitement behind it and what it could mean for the next system. But I want to talk more about where this is coming from. Why do we want to believe this? Because over the last couple of weeks, as we've seen, there has been a lot of people with leaks and rumors and stuff coming out that was not even close to being correct. So we want to talk more about what is going on. So what's up, Waluigi? Trent from Trentendo. This is exactly what we're going to talk about today. We got some information coming from Nash Weedle specifically that, like I said, we got to talk about where this is coming from and why do we think that, or why should we believe, or why shouldn't we believe this? Because, like I said, there has been a lot of stuff that's been floated out over the last month or so that didn't actually happen. So before we hop into all this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video so you guys are kept up to date with everything going on here at Trentendo. Let's see if we get 20 likes on this. It really does help. I appreciate it. And without further ado, let's just hop right in. So, as I said, we are now talking about Nash Weedle, as he's basically come out and saying that there is some upscaling, or rescaling is the word I believe he was using in his tweet, talking about Nintendo's dev kit for the next system that has now received this sort of upgrade to allow developers to essentially test their games further and provide better feedback for the next system ahead of its launch as they're getting their hardware ready, or their software ready. So, like I said, the question becomes about if we believe this Nash Weedle. And you know what? I don't know where to put Nash Weedle on this scale of believability. He has definitely gotten some things correct, but it doesn't seem like there has been a ton of stuff out there for what he's been saying. And one of the things that I believe he mentioned was a compilation of Bayonetta games for the next system. Obviously, we won't know about that until we actually see something for the next system. But he got some notable things with Metroid Dread correct. But outside of that, there has been people who believe him and say that he's one of the credible ones and put him, not quite as high as Pioro, obviously, but he's up there with like Necro Felipe and Nate the Hate and stuff like that. And then we have other people saying that, this is Zippo level material. So, I actually don't know quite where to put him. I don't think I put my stock in him as high as Pioro and as even Nate the Hate, to be in all honesty. I probably lean more towards him being towards this Zippo level, maybe a little bit more credible than Zippo. I haven't seen, enough to make me want to believe him. And especially after, like I said, this last couple of months, really dating back to when we were supposed to get the last Nintendo Direct and the people were talking that was going to be, a specific week in February, and then it never came, and then all the Xbox thing bumped it back, and then that whole debacle, and the whole idea that Switch 2 would be revealed this month, and now here we are on the 25th at the time of this recording, still no Switch 2 reveal, and it's then all of a sudden the thoughts that this was going to be, a late 2024 release to now this is a 2025 release for Switch 2. So with all that being said, I'm kind of at a point where I don't know if I want to believe a lot of the stuff that is coming out of these leaks. Now, they're interesting and fun to talk about, and I think we have to take everything with a grain of salt, depending on where it comes from. I think people like Nate the Hate have a much better credibility. Now, they're not ever 100% correct. Pioro has had the best track record, but people like Nate the Hate, people like Jeff Grubb, they have actual contacts and sources within the industry, and maybe their information gets old, and so that's when I think we see things change or things that are incorrect. But I'm going to, at this point, put my stock in people, or my faith in people more like Jeff Grubb, like Nate the Hate. Well, while they won't be correct 100% of the time, I believe they are operating with much better material, much better sources than some of these quote-unquote Twitter leakers. So that's kind of where I'm sitting at right now with all of this, though. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below, because right now, like I said, I think that where we are sitting with all of these supposed leaks and rumors, it makes me more skeptical than ever of all this stuff. And while it's fun to talk about it, and it is exciting when things get brought up. With this one in particular, I don't feel like there was that much even brought up. Like, they can do rescaling on the next dev kit. Like, cool, what? That has nothing to do with anything exciting or fun, or when is the next system being revealed? When is it going to come out? What software is it going to be on? Those are the type of stuff that I want to see, and I feel like this is just oh, hey, there's some information. I think we're all so hungry for information that there's stuff getting thrown out there right now that we don't necessarily need to pay attention to because it doesn't mean anything in the long run. And like I said, the way that these leakers have been performing lately makes it seem that there's no reason to pay attention right now. So I'd love to hear your thoughts down below, though, what you think. If you have any idea about Nash Weedle, if you think that he's credible, if you think he's not credible, what some of these other leaks and rumors, because like I said, right now I'm kind of at the point where I'm going to trust some of these more journalistic reporters, things like that, and less about other people at this time. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Hope you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button, like this video on the way out. It really does help. I appreciate it. And until next time, catch you later.